What's up, everybody? It is JR. I am back, and my voice, as you can hear, is also mostly back. So thanks to the relatively few of you that listened to last week's episode, number 33, It's Not Gross. And I barely had voice for that episode, and I have voice now. I'm so happy that my voice came back. This week was basically week 2 of recovering from being sick 2 weeks ago. I've felt fine the entire week. I've just got a little bit of a sort of a hacking cough that is just more of a slightly worse than a smoker's cough, still kind of lingering, to be expected as much as I smoke. I have kind of quit vaping almost, not quite entirely, but vaping seems to aggravate the throat a little bit more than smoking does, oddly enough. So maybe there's something to the whole idea that vaping is not good for you. But I still do it occasionally, like when I'm inside, when I can't smoke, things like that. Yeah, feeling way better. The voice is better. And that has been pretty good because I do talk a lot at my job. And I kind of need my voice. And when I'm not at my job and I'm trying to do things like stand-up comedy, I need my voice again. And if I want to record a podcast, I'm going to need the voice. The voice kind of important. So I should probably take better care of it, and I might start doing that. I don't know. But it's back for now. Certainly good enough to record another episode. And if you listened to last week's episode, then this next bit might resonate for you. Last week's episode, thing number 3, was all about me blowing my nose in the shower and blowing the nose into my hands and examining the contents before washing it down the drain, which sounds gross. And I wasn't sure if that was going to be too much of a turnoff. I got good feedback, though. I did not get anybody telling me it was too gross to listen to. And at least 2 people said, not that gross. One of them, a friend who's a nurse, and she's clearly seen way more disgusting things than snot being blown out of a nose in a shower. So there you go. And she was actually very interested in the color and the texture of my snot that I'm blowing out, and even analyzed it a little bit for me, which was kind of cool. The other response came from my mother. She actually called me first and said, "How gross is this? Can I listen?" And I assured her that I thought she'd be fine. And she indeed was fine. And she sent me this email, which I did get her permission to read to you on the air, which I think is hilarious. This could be a thing number 3 all on its own, but we'll just do it as follow-up to last week's thing number 3. So here's the email from my mother. So your story about snotting in your hand in the shower was pretty gross, but I have what I consider to be a grosser snot story. When I was in high school, I was totally in love with the boys' basketball coach, who was also the athletic director and later went on to be the assistant principal my last year there. He was hot, and he flirted with me, and I was smitten. One day I was behind the school, I think for gym class, and I saw him lean out of the second-story window of the athletic director's office and plug up one side of his nose and blow a huge stream of snot down to the ground. I thought I was going to puke. I was no longer quite as in love with him after I saw that. So yeah, a little snot in the shower, no big deal. And there you go. Thank God, we got Mom for the win. That was pretty amazing. And that reminded me of all of the times I have plugged up one side of my nose and blown snot out of it, out of the other side, outside. Certainly something we used to do at 2-a-day football practice back in high school, where you'd have lots of snot to blow out, and you'd blow it out, and it would be hanging off of your helmet face mask, and it was just a disgusting mess, which is exactly what you want at a hot August football practice. Puking and snotting and just it was great. So there you go, blowing snot, pretty awesome. Let's see. What's going on this week? What happened in the last week or so? Oh, yeah, I voted. I'm not really going to talk too much about how all that went down. I just suffice it to say I voted. My guy won. I'm happy. And I am eager to see what's going to happen in the next few months with our lame duck president doing whatever he's going to do. That might actually be the scariest part of his presidency. But so there you go. Looking forward to brighter days ahead, though, for sure. I actually took Tuesday off of work, not only to go vote, but to do a couple other things. I took my my new car that I got back in July. I took it in for its first oil change, which was nice. Scheduled. It's all paid for already. And so I took it back to the Subaru dealership and got an oil change. And you know how cars now have that feature? I've had it on several cars. Both of my vehicles currently have it, where you can put the headlights in auto mode, which means basically you never have to turn your headlights on or off again. The car detects whether or not it's light out or dark out and turns your headlights on for you and turns them off. If you turn your windshield wipers on, your headlights come on automatically. So it completely lessens the chance that you're going to leave your headlights on and drain your battery, which used to be a thing with cars. Like, that was a problem for people. And they've pretty much eliminated it with this brilliant feature of automatic headlights. And so my newest car has it as well. And just like when I've taken previous vehicles to Jiffy Lube or anywhere else to get my oil change, I guess one of the things they do when they have your car is they check your headlights just to make sure everything's working. And for some strange reason, they don't put the headlight selector switch back in the auto position. They turn them off, as if like there's some requirement. Like, this is standard operating procedure at Jiffy Lube, at the Subaru dealership. For some reason, they cannot put your headlight switch back in the auto position. Which means at some point you can be like, why is it so dark outside? My headlights are not on. Oh, right, I need to turn them on. And you put them back in the auto position, and you're good to go for another 3,000 to 6,000 miles or whatever it is your car requires. I don't know. I would like to know what is the reasoning behind not putting it back in the auto position. Why are they defeating arguably one of the most convenient features ever added to automobiles? Why are they defeating that every time you take your car in to get your oil changed? I would like to know. If anybody knows why they do that, please hit me up. Let me know. So after I got the car done, I went and played some disc golf, had a nice day out. It was a beautiful day that day. And then I met Kiki at Freestyle. We went to the tent sale, and we both bought new skis, which was fantastic. I'm looking forward to using them, which actually brings me to thing number one, which is skiing. It's almost ski season again. Snowshoe here in near where I live, 3 hours away. The closest really big resort with 56, 58 trails, something like that. They are talking about opening somewhere around Thanksgiving. They've already had some snow. They've already been making snow. I don't know how it's going right now. Today was a high of 80 degrees here in Virginia. I hope that they didn't lose all the snow they've been trying to make. And I hope they're able to open, and I hope we're able to go skiing this year. We've had some pretty epic ski trips in the past few years. We've been to Canada. We went to the Canadian Rockies in Banff. Went skiing on 3 different huge resorts up there, including Lake Louise. And then last year, or I guess earlier this year, right before all hell broke loose in 2020, back when 2020 was actually kind of cool, we went to Colorado and skied at Vail and Breckenridge and some other place I can't remember, and absolutely loved it. And I don't think we have any big plans to go anywhere and go skiing like that this season, but we would like to ski the hell out of some snowshoe. We do have our ridiculous pass, our season pass for $250. Ski all you want all season long, and I certainly hope we get to use it. Don't know how much different it'll be skiing with the pandemic thing going on, but I guess we will do it. And why is skiing great? I did not grow up skiing. I did not learn to ski as a child at all. I kind of wished I had now looking back, but I didn't. I didn't learn to ski until I met what is now my ex-wife. When I started going out with her, we went to Massanutten right here in Central Virginia. We went there every Monday night for Monday Night Madness. It was a killer deal. $10 for the lift ticket, $10 for the skis. and you could ski from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. You got 5 hours on the slopes for $20 a person, a ridiculously good deal. And that's where I learned to ski, basically over the course of one night, about 5 hours, no lessons. I just started going down slopes, falling down all over the place until by the end of the night, I was like, I think I've got this. And then they're like, all right, slopes are closed. And so I was hooked. We started going, we pretty much went every Monday night that we could. And I built up some ski skills, just enough that season, and have been basically skiing ever since. What I've done, I've developed into the type of skier that I'm not super technical. I'm not the most graceful skier. But what I am good at is going fast and staying in control. Sometimes I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge of whether or not I'm actually in control or not. But I can definitely bomb down the mountain. If you put me on a nice slope. Now, I do prefer groomed trails. I'm not really into deep powder. I have not figured that out yet. I got stuck in some powder in Colorado, but I'm not really into the powder. I want some groomed trails. That's kind of my jam. And but give me a groomed trail. It can be as steep as it wants to be if it's groomed. And I'm going to go pretty damn fast. I have clocked myself at around 70 miles an hour using a little speedometer app on my phone, which makes me pretty happy to know that I can go that fast on some skis and stay in control. I've had instances where I've needed to come to a stop really quick or dodge or go around somebody or not kill somebody going, a 300-pound man flying at you at 70 miles an hour might be a bad thing. But I've never had any kind of issue like that. I've been able to completely avoid any major crashes. But boy, man, is it fantastic. I absolutely love skiing. I just want to go up there and fly down the mountain a bunch of times. It's pretty great. And I've got some new skis that I'm excited to use. So, skiing. I can't wait. It is that time of year. So, or at least it will be soon. So I hope to see you up at Snowshoe Mountain if you are anywhere in the vicinity. Yeah, I think that's good for thing number one. How about we do a drum solo? Be back in a minute with thing number two. And we're back. Thing number two. Music this time, and it's not new music. In fact, it's music that's been around for quite a while that I've been listening to a bunch here in the past few days. It's what I'm into. It's what's inspiring me right now. It's what's moving me, and it is Pink Floyd's The Wall. It's a pretty great album, I gotta say. I'm appreciating it once again. All over again, as much as, if not more than I ever appreciated it before. When I first heard Pink Floyd's The Wall, I was very young. I remember riding around in the car. Mom always had the radio on, listening to music, and the Another Brick in the Wall Part 2 was kind of a big deal, and it was on the radio all the time. And we loved singing along with it. You could hear the kids coming in with it in the song, and it was awesome. I didn't understand what they were saying. For example, when they say no dark sarcasm in the classroom, for some reason, my little 4-year-old brain heard no Dukes of Hazzard, because I was really into the Dukes of Hazzard. So Dukes of Hazzard and Pink Floyd got combined for me a long time. I've been a big fan of both ever since I was like 4 or 5 years old. When I was a teenager, I bought Pink Floyd's The Wall on vinyl. I had actually I'd saved up money and purchased my own stereo system that had a record player, dual cassette deck, EQ, radio, all that. It was like a shelf system. What I know about stereos now tells me that it was a cheap piece of shit, but at the time, it was a pretty badass stereo. And I bought lots of vinyl. I had records. So Pink Floyd The Wall was one of the ones. Led Zeppelin 4, I had that. I bought Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. And but Pink Floyd The Wall was kind of a pretty crazy experience in vinyl. There's not much like it now, right? It was a double album, and you open it up and it's got crazy artwork on the inside. Each record is in a liner, and each liner has all of the lyrics to all of the songs, with even more artwork mixed in. It is a beautiful, stunningly beautiful visual experience that you can sit there and just listen to the music. And if there ever was an album made for listening to music on headphones, it was Pink Floyd's The Wall. I highly recommend it. If you haven't done it before, do it now. Yeah, when I was 14, I bought it on vinyl. Like an idiot, I sold all my vinyl when I was about 20, so I had to buy it again on vinyl when I was around 43. So I now again own Pink Floyd's The Wall on vinyl, and I haven't listened to it there as much. I have it so I can, and I'm probably going to again very soon, but I've just sort of been playing it on Spotify. Playing it in my car, on my new stereo system in the car, cranking the volume and listening for all of those subtleties that Pink Floyd is known for. And it's a pretty crazy great experience. And then at home here, I've got it on the 2-channel system here at my desk with some pretty great speakers that brings out all of those subtle nuances that they put in their songs. I love it. If you're young and you've not really taken to Pink Floyd The Wall, I highly recommend it. I would go get the vinyl if you can. If not, just pull it up on Spotify, Apple Music, however you listen to music, and listen to it start to finish. It is a full-on concept album. There was a movie that went with it. If you never saw the movie, you should certainly see that. My friend Darren in high school was obsessed with both Pink Floyd as a band, everything they put out, but especially The Wall, the movie The Wall, and it will illuminate a lot of what the album is about. If you can't figure it out just from listening, watch the movie, and it sort of paints a pretty nice picture. It's pretty well done. It's a pretty good rock album, rock movie, and I kind of got in trouble playing it for my stepson when I met Angela. She had Chester, he was 3, and I had Pink Floyd The Wall on CD at the time, and I would play it and we would love it and he would sing along. And I guess at some point my ex-wife Angela, she didn't really like the idea that a big part of the sound of the song, of the lyrics, is "We don't need no education," and it's not exactly a glowing endorsement of the teachers in this story of The Wall. And my ex-wife, she's a teacher, so she really took offense, took it kind of personally, and was really against me playing that music for Chester. Of course, she was against me playing just about anything that I liked, rock and roll stuff. She's kind of not really into it, but we didn't let that stop us, really. And Pink Floyd The Wall, it's pretty great. Hot take for you there, everybody. Nothing brand new about it, but if you kind of go away from it for a while, if you haven't listened to it in a long time, and then you just put the album on and let it roll, oh my gosh, the musicality is great, the sound is great, it was recorded really well, and get some headphones or a really good stereo system. If you can do it on vinyl, do it there. Pink Floyd The Wall. Time for thing number 3. I'm going to call it Toss the Possum. Toss the Possum. Yeah, so this is all about my dog Scherzer. Scherzer is great. He's about 7 or 8 years old. We adopted him like 4 years ago. And one of his quirks is not too unusual as far as dogs go, is that he really likes to hunt and kill. And I've seen him do it. I have seen him kill. I've seen him hunt unsuccessfully more than I've seen him actually kill. When I let him out the front door, day or night, he basically goes out and hunts down the squirrels. There's a lot of squirrels in our yard. We have several trees that have big nut things that these squirrels will tear up and chew up and put them in their holes and keep them for the winter. And so there's lots of squirrels around. They'll be crawling along the fence on the horse paddocks around our house, and Scherzer will chase them along the fence. They'll dive down off the ground. He'll chase them on the ground, but he never catches the squirrels. I have yet to see him actually catch a squirrel. The squirrels, as small as they are so fast and agile. And when they are running for their life from Scherzer, who is also very fast and agile, he's a medium-sized dog, and boy, he's got some moves. And I've seen him come close, but he has not yet killed a squirrel. I have seen him kill a cat. I know of 2 cats that he's killed. And I saw him do one of them. I couldn't stop him. It all happened so fast. So I know, and I know what he does when he kills an animal. He's not interested in eating it. Is not one of these dogs that brings it back to his master's front doorstep and lays it there as a gift. I've seen that happen with dogs before. When I was a kid, we had a dog that would do that. But Scherzer doesn't do that. He simply wants to kill these things, kill these cats. When he gets them, when he actually captures them and gets them in his mouth, all he does is he clamps down hard right around their head or their neck, and then and breaks their neck and leaves them for dead. And so that's my dog. We try to not let him have access to animals like that he might kill. It's not cool. It doesn't make us happy that it happens. It's just kind of what he does, though. I've seen him chase down a baby deer. He didn't actually kill it. The deer was too fast and too agile for him, but he will chase down anything that moves, basically. And the other night, I let him out the front door, and he went jetting over to the tree where the squirrel usually is, and I watched him kind of in the dark, in the shadows. I saw him catch. I could see it, and I could hear it. He caught whatever it was that was there by the tree, and I heard him shake it and lay it on the ground. And I mean, the whole thing was over in about 6 seconds. And he came walking back over to the door as if nothing happened, just another day at the office. Squirrel done. However, it was not a squirrel. The squirrels, again, are too fast. I have never seen him catch a squirrel. However, possums, not that fast. Not fast at all compared to Scherzer. He pretty much nailed the possum right away, clamped down, shook it, broke its neck, and left it for dead. I walked over. I had my iPhone light, and it was dark out, so I needed the light. I shone it on the possum, and he was clearly broken neck, like nasty, like, oh my gosh. So I wasn't about to start, putting it in a trash bag and taking it away right then. I figured I would let it I would let the life fully run out of its veins first. So I went back about an hour or so later to with a trash bag to put the possum in and take it over and throw it in the dumpster. And the possum was gone. I walked around the entire yard looking for the possum. I have mowed my grass since then, so I have walked every single inch of my yard. This possum is not anywhere to be found. That possum played possum so well, he fooled Scherzer, and he fooled me. Oh my God, did he look dead. I could have sworn I saw entrails. Whatever he was doing with his mouth to make it look, and his head, to make it look like his neck was just as snapped as snap could be. It was super convincing that he was definitely there dead. And he wasn't. Apparently, he got up and walked away when the coast was clear. And so I went out to toss the possum, and the possum was gone. And I'm kind of glad that Scherzer thought he killed something, but didn't actually kill anything. I think that's the best possible result, right? Scherzer gets his gratification, and nothing has to die for that to happen. And I don't have to clean up any dead animals, which is even better. Because that probably would cause me to vomit. And so there you go. Toss the possum. So it's been a great week. My voice is back. I'm excited. We're going to do some recording of some Crutchfield the podcast at work this week. We're going to do some videos and all of that. And finally back to being able to talk and do stuff again. And it's pretty awesome. So thank you so much for listening. This is episode number 34 of 3 Things with JR. And peace out. How about a drum solo? We'll see you next week.